I want you, as you think about your dreams and goals, to put this down. Rise to greater heights. Rise to greater heights, because you need to be clear about your career goals in order for you to gain guidance on professional development. Really, my goal as a mentor or as a coach, it's so simple. My goal is to study your current situation, identify limiting beliefs and other potential obstacles that you might be facing, and then design a plan of inspired action to empower you to pursue success and drive sustainable. I think whosoever said that the sky is the limit was wrong. From today on, I, Dr. Riel and Kunene, believe that the sky is our point of view. Mom. So I think whosoever said that the sky is the limit was wrong. From today on, I, Dr. Riel and Kunene, believe that the sky is our point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. Point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. Rise to greater heights.
Dr. Nampumelelo Rial Kunene is an international human rights policy analyst who consults on policies and procedures related to human rights compliance. She is a highly sought-after, energetic, certified Lace Brown international speaker. This passionate leader holds a PhD with a discipline in leadership and business. Dr. Rial N. Kunene is the author and host to Rise to Greater Heights, a book and YouTube channel to turn your fears into greater success while seizing new opportunities. She is also a coach, mentor, and an MC, well known for encouraging many to rise from mediocrity into greatness. Her vision is not only to motivate, but also to empower audiences with a fresh perspective inspiration they require to pursue success and drive sustainable outcomes. In a seriously funny way, Dr. Kunene is an award-winning author, 10 times #1 Amazon and international best-selling author. Her #1 best-selling book, Rise to Greater Heights, has inspired and empowered many to pursue their personal and professional passion to become go-getters. As a trainer, diplomacy protocol officer, and strategist, Rial believes that we are in full control of our choices. Her mission is to meet the needs and transform lives of her clients and her audience. She is also a true advocate for creating new policies that uphold human rights and prevent human rights violations. Dr. Kunene's purpose is to teach everyone about human rights and help organizations understand and promote human rights. Her goal is to study your current situation, identify limiting beliefs, then design a plan of inspired action to empower you to achieve specific outcomes in your life. This change maker, trailblazer, and revolutionary is pushing boundaries and creating a real change worldwide. Like a phoenix that never accepted defeat and rose from its own ashes, she wants to challenge you to unleash your greatness and rise to greater heights. Dr. Rial N. Kunene wears many hats. As a professional certified sales manager, CEO, certified travel counselor, publisher, medical esthetician, philanthropist, and a commissioner for oaths, following her dreams gave her purpose to see her goals through and understand that she does have everything she needs to reach her full potential. Her everyday message is that your journey to be a better person starts with you. So knowing who you are to your core will make you understand that you are the only one who can accomplish your dreams. Hebrews 11, Psalms 27 and 40 keeps her to rise to greater heights. The sky is no longer the limit, but now the sky is our point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. Kings and queens, please join me. Welcome, Dr. Rial N. Kunene.
Wow, thank you. Thank you so much. At this moment, I'd really love to take this opportunity to greet our amazing host, which is Altiati International Multicultural Symposium Organizing Committee. I also want to greet our honorable guest speakers that I'm actually sharing this platform with and the floor at large. It is such a great honor to be in your presence today, and I just want to applaud
London Intercultural Center for putting together a platform like this where we can unleash the power of multiculturalism for a sustainable future, just focusing on the economic inclusion and sustainability. So being here, kings and queens, it shows that you're not willing to settle for a mediocre life. So don't let anyone else stand in the way of your dreams. Just give yourself a round of applause for showing up today, in this place. So I'm sending my love all the way from Canada. Please receive it. Receive my love. Thank you so much. So we're going to get started, but before I get started, I just want to know what comes into your mind when you hear the word human rights. If this platform is available, you can just put in a chat box what comes into your mind when you hear the word human rights, because human rights are the fundamental rights and freedoms that are inherent to all human beings, regardless of your gender, nationality, place of residence, sex, ethnicity, religion, or even your skin color. So human rights are not just about the law. So human rights are non-discriminatory, meaning that all human beings are entitled to them and you can never ever be excluded from your own human rights. Good people, you really don't have to see the whole staircase in life to get to the top, but you need to take the first step to get to the top. As my mentor always say, that you don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to become great in life. So get started today. Learn to do good. That's my favorite, my everyday book. It says that learn to do good, seek justice, correct oppression, bring justice to the fatherless, and plead the widow's cause. So get started today. Learn to do good, seek justice, correct oppression, and bring justice to the fatherless, as well as pleading the widow's cause. Really, I believe that we all have a voice. But you know what? Something just came up here. You know what? I believe that we all have, just give me 1 second here. Perfect. I got it. It was just blocking my way. Yeah, I believe that we all have a voice, but you know what? Not everyone knows how to use their voices. So as an advocate for human rights, I encourage change makers and educate them on the issues at hand so that their voices can be heard too. So I work with individuals in charge, just listening closely before calling out issues that need change. So I serve not just as a vocal protester, but I just go one step further by encouraging these changes through education, instead of merely telling government leaders why something needs fixing, which happens quite frequently. So to me, really, it was the death of George Floyd that made me to realize that we need to stand for a world where no one shall live in fear because of the color of their skin, and where the criminal justice system treats everyone fairly and equally. If you remember it very well, May 25th, 2020, George Floyd died in police custody in Minneapolis, Minnesota. This 46-year-old Black man was arrested and killed after a convenience store employee called 911 on Floyd's suspicion of passing a counterfeit $20 bill. The video that was captured by a bystander, it shows George Floyd pinned face down on the ground and in handcuffs, and one of the police officers kneeling on his neck as he was pleading for help. I can't breathe. And finally, he fell silent. May his soul rest in eternal peace. It is so impossible not to be outraged watching that video of the Minneapolis officer pressing his knee against Floyd's neck for a period initially reported to be 8 minutes and 46 seconds. I believe that everyone is born free and everyone has the right to life. So no one should ever be subject to such unjustified violence. And hence I am here to educate everyone to know your human rights. Get to know your human rights so that you will know when your human rights have been violated. Always seek passion, good people. Always seek passion. It's a wake-up call. It's a wake-up call to get to know your human rights so that you will know when they are violated. It's a wake-up call. But when that alarm clock goes off, please, 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 don't ever hit the snooze button. Don't be like, I will wake up in the next 20 minutes. I will wake up in the next 40 minutes. You know what? Forever is a long time. Why don't you wake up, get going, and get familiar with your human rights? get familiar with your own human rights. So our organization, it fills a critical role in society by providing valuable services that governments may not always be able to deliver, from poverty relief to for supporting the most vulnerable members of our community. We are integral part of society, and we are involved like globally in human rights, climate change, and humanitarian aid, because I believe that there are many ways in which we need to persuade the governments in order for the government to adopt human rights related legislation. Some of these include providing information for the general public through exhibits, side events, and formal speeches, or maybe during lobbying officials, or maybe during meetings, as well as negotiations. So that's when diplomacy and protocol steps in, really. If you can please write it down, diplomacy and protocol. Diplomacy and protocol, because diplomacy and protocol, it scrutinizes the manners of global relations using the ability and discretion in dealing with others on an international scope. So it is indispensable in today's universal economy, because being conscious of societal etiquettes and the practice of upright conduct on a daily basis will enable you to be more effective in almost all business activities, as well as social situations. So diplomacy is a skill that plays an essential role in many areas of our lives, with a generous amount of patience to be able to work towards understanding others' views. So protocol is a significant part of diplomatic practice to ensuring that roles are directed according to official societal laws. So as I'm holding this book, this Diplomacy and Protocol book, it covers vital basics and practices that simplifies international communications, and it will definitely give you practical insights that will expand your efficiency in a wide range of settings. Kings and queens, let's just face it. Let's face it. You can't give from an empty cup. You can never, ever give from an empty cup. So what you'll have to do, you'll have to fill up your cup first. Fill up your cup first. And then from the overflow, that's when you'll be able to give to the world, because you can't give from an empty cup. So I believe that the study of diplomacy, it belongs to even those who have no previous knowledge in international relations. So like I've mentioned, this book, it will also benefit the Diplomacy and Protocol book. It will also benefit executives to acquire the fundamentals of etiquette and gain the advantage in all of their international or maybe local events. So my book is good for civil servants, public relations officers, team leaders, as well as managers, corporate communications practitioners, public affairs specialists, meeting and event planners, professionals in international organizations, for example, politicians, maybe companies that do business with government, you name it, sales staff, NGO staff, or anyone who is interested in social justice. So go out there and check my book at www.risetogreaterheights.com, because a diplomatic etiquette progressed as a result of all civilians, and it is about like building affairs and enabling constructive outcomes for the parties that are involved. So the unspoken rules that all representatives should unquestionably follow in order to earn the respect of the associated board members is following the protocol. That's the reason why we need a protocol in everything. Not only it is crucial that you present yourself in an unforgettable way to maybe your fellow representatives, the most critical components such as courtesy, professionalism, and respect are central concepts in different scopes of our lives. So diplomatic protocol is not only used in negotiation, but also in other professional areas. It is significant that when following a protocol, one should essentially express the standards one believes in as a fellow member of a superior collective. So So my book, it will just introduce partakers to the traditional part of etiquette measures so that you will be able to teach your staff the right conduct and plan visits, as well as creating seating strategies. As flight attendants always say, that put on your oxygen mask first before you assist the person who is sitting next to you, for just in case that flight goes down. That when that flight goes down, if you're not putting that oxygen mask first, you will definitely go down. So the reality is, your journey to be a better person, it starts with you. It doesn't start with your neighbor. It doesn't start with your friend. It starts with you. So knowing who you are to your core, it will make you understand that you have everything around you to reach to your full potential. You have everything around you to reach to your full potential. So don't ever, ever give up on your heart's desires. Just recall this, just in case maybe you can't find a way out. You can have the drive within you to become what you really want in life. You know, I am a firm believer of affirmations. So we're going to affirm this. We're going to affirm this by placing your left hand on your chest and raising your right hand. So you're going to say, I can have the drive within me to become what I really want. Can you say it one more time as if you have faith in your own powerful voice? Say, I can have the drive within me to become what I really want. Yes, you can have the drive within you. You can have the drive within you. Just give yourself a random applause, because you can have the drive within you to become what you really want in life. You can have the drive within you to get where you want to be in the next 6 months. The drive is just inside of you. It's not outside of you, but it's inside of you. You've got this. You can have the drive within you, not outside of you. You know, it's so funny. It's so funny how my mom and dad gave me this beautiful, beautiful name, Nompumelelo. Nompumelelo, really, I know many, when they try to say my name, they always butcher my name. But Nompumelelo, really, in my own language, it means mother of all success. So you can see that I am really, really challenged to chase after success. No matter what comes my way, I'll have to chase after success. So if I may ask you, how many of you have dreams and goals that you want to achieve? Maybe, let me say, in the next 6 months. In the next 6 months. I know myself, I am one of those people. So I want you, as you think about your dreams and goals, to put this down. Rise to greater heights. Rise to greater heights, because you need to be clear about career goals in order for you to gain guidance on professional development. So as a coach or as a mentor, my goal is so simple. My goal is to study your current situation, identify limiting beliefs and other potential obstacles that you might be facing, and then design a plan of inspired action to empower you to achieve specific outcomes in your life, really. That's my goal. So as a human rights analyst, my purpose is to teach everyone about human rights and help many organizations to understand and promote human rights, as well as spreading more knowledge around human rights. I also make a difference by bringing solutions and educating others, because you have to remember that a right is a freedom of some kind. It doesn't matter where we're born or what kind of family we are born into. We all have the internal recognition of the moral quality of one's motives and actions. Really, it was Nelson Mandela who once said, to deny people their human rights is to challenge their very humanity. To deny people their human rights is to challenge their very humanity. So trust me, this message is that something within me, because I'm a true advocate for creating policies that uphold human rights and prevent human rights violations from even happening in the first place. So what I do, I consult on policies and procedures that are related to human rights compliance. And then I advise on best practices for implementing human rights programs. I can also assist with audits of operations against the international standards. I do research and I can help draft like human rights related policies, such as policies that are related on discrimination at work, harassment at work, diversity, inclusion, patients' rights, and many, many more human rights related policies, because I have a duty of raising awareness of people's rights by providing solutions, because I believe that an essential thing in our human rights is based on the principle of respect for the individual. Each individual deserves respect, no matter who they are or what they do. They deserve that respect. You know, I so wish that you can just tell yourself that today you have all these amazing speakers who've shared more and more nuggets. So you'll have to go out there and be the change. You'll have to go out there and make a difference. You'll have to go out there. The change that you want to see in this world must first begin with you. So be the change. But in order for you to make that difference, in order for you to be the change, in order for you to make a difference to your neighbors, to your community, you've got to be hungry. You've got to be hungry like the hungry lion in the jungle. Really, that hungry lion in the jungle, it doesn't matter what kind of animal comes his way. It doesn't matter if you're that giant elephant or that small squirrel by the jungle. All that hungry lion sees in front of his face is lunch. It's so funny though, because even with elephants, when they see a lion, they run. They run. It's all about the mindset. Once you believe, you become. They tell themselves that, you know what, I should lion. Each and every time when I say lion to run, I believe that's the lion mindset that we need in order for us to make a difference, in order for us to be the change that we want to see in this world. We need the lion mindset, because I believe that we all rise together, and we rise by lifting each other up. We don't rise by tearing anyone or maybe stepping on another person, but we rise by lifting each other up, and we fix each other's crowns as queens, because I believe that we all rise to greater heights. You know, it's so funny. It's so funny. When I was in the 8th grade, I was nicknamed Phoenix. I was nicknamed Phoenix after writing a composition using the idiomatic expression that says, I rose from the ashes like a phoenix bird, meaning I became successful again. Really, that English teacher, she didn't know that the nickname Phoenix, it resonates with me, and it also aligns with my destiny. So for those of you who don't know the phoenix bird, the phoenix is a Greek mythological bird believed to rise from its own ashes after being buried like hundreds of years ago. This immortal creature acquires new life by rising from the ashes of its own ancestor, which represents our capacity for vision and success. So I want to encourage you, if you're watching and listening under my voice today, that when your world comes crashing down, wear your scars to show how a phoenix feels like to die from inside, and trust in your own capability to rise from your own ashes, since the phoenix has to die, burn, experience pain before resurrection from its own ashes. Please write this down. Write this down in conclusion. Resilience to greatness. Resilience to greatness. If I can be honest with you, and I know you've heard this before, that your setback is your setup for your comeback. Your setback is your setup for your comeback. So if I can be honest with you, I don't know what goals you've set for the next 6 months. I don't know what dreams you have for your own future, but here's one thing I know about you. You are destined for greatness. Inside of you, God has put seeds of excellence. Those seeds are supposed to grow and flourish. But many people have become crippled by their past encounters, and some have stepped over other people to the top, have stepped over other people to get to the top. But I believe that God has a plan for every one of us. Oh, come on, somebody. Your objective is what you were designed for and the reason why you live today. With God, I believe that we're all destined for greatness as long as we follow his strategy. This is when the growth commences, because discovering your gift and following God's idea, it will make you understand that you have everything around you to reach to your full potential. My everyday inspiration, Mr. Les Brown, he once said, if you had to die today, at this very moment, at this hour, what dreams, what ideas, what visions, what goals, what skills, what talents, and what books will die with you? And the late Dr. Miles Monroe continued saying that the richest place on this planet is the cemetery, because that's where all the goals, all the visions, all the skills, all the talents have been buried. Honestly, I don't know about you, but with me listening to all these amazing messages, it just gave me sleepless nights. And I remember it very well when I first started journaling my first book, Rise to Greater Heights. And now I have 10, and the latest one is the Diplomacy and Protocol. Please go out there, good people, and get this book if you are really interested in knowing more about international relations. So this year, I'm also determined to follow my dreams and understand that I have everything to reach to my full potential. So I'm determined to rise to greater heights with as many motivated individuals who are ready to start, grow, and scale their businesses within 90 days. I am ready to rise to greater heights. So what I do for this group only, I will offer free, no obligation, 30 minutes friendly Zoom call. So you'll have to go out there and book that call. It's a friendly Zoom call, no obligation at all, on my website, www.risetogreaterheights.com. Book that call. If you get to my website, just scroll all the way to the bottom of the page and click on that button that says book a consultation call. So if you're a public speaker, if you're an author, a coach, entrepreneur, a motivated professional who really wants to multiply your income by doing what you really love in life, or maybe do you want to get highly booked and highly paid as an author or as a speaker, maybe you want to speak with a new level of confidence and clarity just using your book. Perhaps you want to scale your business while living with more freedom. Maybe you want to write and publish your #1 best-selling book in 90 days, or you just want to sign up paid coaching clients. So if that sounds like you, please go to my website, www.risetogreaterheights.com, and book that free consultation call, because I want to empower you to become highly effective and an inspiring leader with a personalized, measurable, but a scalable program. So book that call now. I have a masterclass that is coming up. That I'm really, really excited about, which is the Write and Publish Your Bestseller Book Masterclass. So in this masterclass, I will show you that just 3 super easy steps to write and publish your #1 bestseller book in 90 days. Yes, it's possible. So I will then guide you on simple systems that can drive traffic, sales, and revenue. Then I will give you a blueprint to use your book to get more and more speaking engagements. And yes, it comes with a guarantee. So I offer this free, no obligation, 30-minute friendly Zoom consultation call, just to find out, if you are perfect, if you're a perfect fit for my program. So go out there, book that call now, and I will see you on the other side. So for those of you who are ready to start, grow, and scale your business, I've also designed a bootcamp just to ensure your success. So in this bootcamp, I'll share the secrets to elevate your brand and your business. And then I will show you the smart way to skyrocket your income. And also I will give you the keys, the hidden keys to unlock freedom, to live a balanced life, because my ultimate goal is that you feel free, you feel extremely confident about your purpose. So we'll take it one step at a time, and you are definitely going to transform. You give me your why, I show you the how. So this free consultation call offers accountability, education, growth, as well as success. And maybe one of you may be asking, why are you doing this? Why now? I know, right? I've been there, I've done that. I know how it feels, like the pain that you don't have any blueprint about anything in life. So yeah, I've been there, I've done that. 5 years ago, really, I was completely lost in the hustle. I was exhausted. I was overwhelmed. I remember myself, I had a ton of ideas, but there was no tried and true strategy to run with it. So it was only when I invested in coaching, and that was when I created my first premium offer. Then things started to change. I built an income generating business, just doing what I truly love and making a real impact out there. So now it's your turn to build your wealth, because The power is inside of you. So book that free consultation call with me. Just, just give yourself a second chance. Just give yourself a second chance. Book that call on my website, www.risetogreaterheights.com. So, I don't work with everyone. That's just who I am. I only work with motivated professionals, motivated individuals who are just ready to start, grow, and scale their businesses. And maybe you want to write your book, just book that call, because this call is yours. If that doesn't sound like you, please don't even sign up. Don't bother, because I just work with motivated individuals. Because growing up, I didn't have much in life, because my father decided to have an early departure from this planet Earth. And I thank God that I missed that flight, because I'm still here. I'm still sharing my message, because I had everything because of my mama's love. I love you so much, Mom. So I think whosoever said that the sky is the limit was wrong. From today on, I, Dr. Riel Ngunene, believe that the sky is our point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. Thank you so much.